Welcome back. Well, we got friends here. Friends of the Village, as a matter of fact. You know Catherine Bryan. She's been with Friends of the Village for quite some time. And I'd like to introduce Steve Stanfill. Good, Catherine. Nice to see you.
Good to see you
Steve,
too.
have you been on before? I don't
No.
know. Okay, I wasn't sure
time.
if you had been on with Friends of the Village
I'm
at
sure
one
you'll
time.
see him more
Well,
often than me.
It's fantastic to have you both here today. And one of the things you want to talk about is you're restructuring the meetings for Friends of the Village for this year, right?
It became very important to do it because we were burning out volunteers doing 10 programs a year. So one of the things we decided to do was pare back and do 5 really, really excellent programs.
Fantastic.
Right.
So I've known Catherine for quite a long time,
Yes.
back when she was on the board. But first time I've met you, tell folks a little about yourself. How long have you lived here? How long have you been involved with Friends of the Village?
4.5 years.
Okay.
Not too long, but Friends of the Village was one of the very first clubs and organizations that I was introduced to when I moved here. I'd never lived in an HOA community.
Really? Wow.
And then this one has 3. And today we have 5 governing boards. And Friends of the Village, the first meeting I went to was to meet the candidates. Very impressive. Thought it was great. And since then, they've had tremendous meetings over the years on various subjects on how do we govern, how do we operate, what do we do?
Yeah.
And it's a benefit, especially for people that are new to the community.
Well, I know over the years, Catherine, one of the things that Friends of the Village has been, you do a lot of different programs, but one of the main things that you have done is just what Steve talked about. You'll have the candidates, you have kind of a meet the candidates type thing, or you'll have a special program where you'll bring in one of the directors to talk about whatever it might be, security. Exactly. And it's become kind of an organization, among other things, where people can go and get their questions answered about certain facets of the community, right?
Exactly, and we're always open to suggestions, and that's why this year we've changed that program out. It's not just going to be 5 a year, it's going to be in the evenings now, so that we have an opportunity for more people to join us. So I'm going to let Steve, as our new vice president, talk a little bit about the changes on what we're going to be doing.
Well, we did. We changed to 5 programs for the year. Our first one is going to start in February.
Okay.
And it will be every other month after that. So that would be February, April, June, August, and then again in October.
Okay.
And we changed our meeting days. A little analysis was done. We were on Fridays. We've moved that to the 3rd Tuesday of these months.
Okay.
We compete, as you know, Ken, with probably 250 plus clubs.
Yeah, right.
Room time.
And so this is a better way, I think, to reach out to our residents. On a Tuesday, there was less, I'll call it traffic, if you will.
Okay.
And so we can reach more people, hopefully.
Now, where will your meetings take place?
Same place.
Okay.
We're going to be at the Performing Arts Center, Dining Room 1. And we also changed our time frame to start. We're going to be doing 6:30. So that allows us to reach those people that may work during the day.
That's true. Because a lot of folks still work.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of folks have lots of other clubs and meetings to do during the daytime hours. So it's a good way of providing a window.
Now, the first one will be in February. Do you have that program set yet?
We do.
And what is that going to entail?
It's going to be a good one.
Yes.
We're going to be discussing cannabis or marijuana and the new California state laws. And there's a twofold reason. One, I don't know about, bless you.
Thank you.
About others, but it's very confusing what the new laws are about marijuana and the usage and just a myriad of things. But in this community, we feel is the main focus is the abuse of opioids.
Right.
And not intentional, but people are given so many drugs to take for different things, and there is a medical marijuana solution to a lot of these, and that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be working with Sherry Horn. As you may know, our former mayor is a very advocate for this because she's seen the abuse and firsthand, and so we are going to be having that discussion. We have an attorney coming to to speak about California law 2018, what it means. We have a physician coming to talk about opioid use. That's
Okay.
not an easy word.
No, it's not.
And where we need to go and what possibilities, because there's oils, there's creams, there's
Yeah.
edibles. You don't have to think of yourself on some back alley having a nice toke off a big reefer, and all those things. We have to remember
What's that song?
there is.
I'm a joker, I'm a midnight toker. Remember that? You remember that? I know you.
And it
Who
was
sang
not.
that?
It was not.
Steve Miller. Yeah.
It was not the best
know.
but in my generation and older, that's where our
Yes.
brains go.
But
that
it was a good
big,
song.
God.
And you know what I think will be a good benefit for your meeting here is, despite the state law, cities and counties can have their own rules, and of course there's the federal law.
Right.
So that's why it's confusing to a lot
It
of
is.
people.
It's very it's confusing to me. I'm happy to have this presented because I'd like to know.
Yeah.
And it's always at our meetings, and we don't need people coming out and saying I smoke or do this or I take oils. It's a very personal thing
Right.
for a lot of people. So, but we always have a question and answer period. At least the last 30 minutes of all of our meetings are people that can ask questions.
Yeah.
And quite often that's not the best thing to open the floor, but we do.
Yeah, but no, that's fantastic. So that's coming up, and what's the date again on that?
Oh my gosh, the
This will be,
21st.
I don't remember the date. It's
The third Tuesday.
Tuesday
I think it's the
of
21st.
February.
And we'll announce that.
Yeah,
Yes,
the third
I'm going to be
Tuesday
back
of
next
February.
month announcing
Oh,
that
that's
more.
right. You
Yes,
will be before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
at
hopefully
6:30
bring-
p.m. Performing Arts Center, Dining Room 1.
Okay. And if people go online, do you have your own website
We
set up?
do.
You do have a link to the
Yes.
website. Okay.
We do have a link.
And so
they
from
can
there,
link off the community website,
Right.
or I think it's
Right.
friendsofthevillage.wordpress.com.
WordPress.com.
Okay.
So they can go to Laguna Woods website. There's a link.
That's
under
the easiest.
Under the
It's the
club
easy.
listing, yes. Or
Yeah.
they can go directly to, as Catherine said, friendsofthevillage.wordpress.com.
okay, yeah. The easiest, just go to the website and again, pull down that sidebar, clubs,
Right.
and then the
And there
whole
you
list
go.
of clubs
Right.
comes up. And for every club, it will say view website. That means they have their
That's
own
correct.
Exactly.
specific website.
And the link is there. So
Yeah,
they can
and the
just
link's
click.
there. That's one of the easiest ways to go.
So that's February, and coming up later on are some of the, I think we pretty much settled on the anatomy of a rumor, which is the language of this community.
Oh, okay,
Our
so that's gonna be
rumors.
the title of-
We're gonna be
okay,
titling
got
that
it.
probably in April. And I have asked Joan Milliman to take the head on that because
Okay.
of all people, board members know where the rumors
There we
come.
go.
And it seems to be a pastime.
And there's another
so
song that goes along with
Oh
that.
my
Remember that one, the rumor song? Back in the early 80s?
we try to make this good place.
This is
for you.
good, good.
And then the other suggestions are what's up in recreation. And the other item that's come up briefly, because it's come from the churches locally, are people housing the homeless
That's
within
very
the
good.
community. And these are
Yes.
very timely subjects.
That's a really good
That
one.
may get moved up to April, I don't know.
Okay.
But those are the things we're looking for, and we're always looking for suggestions
Yeah,
from the
that
community.
was very good because that's been talked about at a couple of the board
And
meetings. briefly,
that's been a topic in your local media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. Well, again, easy to find. Go to the main website, lagunawoodsvillage.com. On the sidebar, you click that down, clubs, and then go to the Friends of the Village. You can link up there, and I think that's the easiest way to go.
Probably so, but we also need more members.
Yes,
we
you
need
do.
people to join us because bringing these programs is costly, and
Yeah.
we're going to be filming the marijuana one because it'll be reshown and then YouTubed, and I think it's an important message for
Okay.
this community. So it's $15 for an individual, $20 for a couple, and we pay room rental, the video,
Right.
all sorts of things. And as Steve I mentioned to him that the cost of cookies has gone
The
up
cost of cookies.
tremendously.
Skyrocketed.
So we needed to make sure we had those cookies.
All right.
And that's sort of what. And we have a brand new board, Steve, of which one? Mike Straziuso is the president.
Okay.
And Heather Gerson has come out of some retirement, and she is our secretary.
Oh,
and
man, it's been a long time since I've seen Heather. Long
Aloha
time, yeah.
is still treasurer. So
All right, very
it's a good
good.
group.
Good to see you both.
Perfect.
Good to
We'll
see
see you
you.
again. So we'll see you next month
Next month.
before the first meeting.
Thank you, Ken.
And we'll see you as well, I think. Probably.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll
Okay.
Who knows? I
We'll
think
see.
probably Sherry.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably
Oh,
Sherry.
that's right. That would make sense.
Probably Sherry.
Right.
All right.
But then after that,
That'll
it's
be
all Steve.
specific to the program, so we
Okay.
want to get that message out there. And of course, we're going to use the other mediums too, the Globe. We're going to be
We're going
doing
to try to get
flyers,
this message out all the way. I'm going to be doing PR this year, so
All right.
hopefully that'll help.
Very good. She's good at that. All right. Great to have you both on. And
Thank you
Friends of
so
the Village,
much.
again, go to the club pages. You can find out more about it there. And join up. You know, it's a great organization, great club. We'll be back in just a moment.
No, but I wasn't wrong.